and welcome back to everyone. My name is Surendra Bora. I'm an entrepreneur and a business coach by profession. I warmly welcome you all to this Entrepreneurial Dialogue, a talk series which we have been doing continuously with different entrepreneurs, with associates, with directors of various top organizations and top brands. It is really wonderful to have our topic for today. Is it relevant to this situation and which has been non-operational during this lockdown, and very soon they are going to open. Our guest for today is very special. He is a commando. He has been serving in Indian Army, and he has been a commando and anti-terrorist specialist. He has won the Shaurya Chakra and Sena Medal Award from the President of India. Have been the two gallantry awards won by him, and he served the Indian Army for 30 years, and then he has taken the voluntary retirement in 2007. And now he is currently managing the Ananta group of spas, a multinational company which is having this presence in India and Nepal with over 31 centers currently, just a chain of spas in South India with 31 centers currently operating. And they're going to expand with two more upcoming, which he is going to share. So it's our privilege to welcome Colonel, let us welcome together Colonel D. Pradeep Kumar among us. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining, and a warm welcome to you.
Good afternoon, Surinder. First of all, I would like to thank you for having found me worthy enough to come and speak to your august audience. As also, I would like to greet all the people who are listening on. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Colonel Pradeep Kumar. I actually would like to add with what Surinder has said, is that I am the MD of the innovative group, which is into security and facility management also. And we also own a chain of restaurants. We have 3 restaurants called the Jacob's Kitchen. What Surinder has been saying is, yes, COVID has been very traumatic. It has been an epidemic. It has caused a lot of negative psychological responses to people. And it has been, as a business for us, it's been very traumatic. There has been a lot of loss of livelihood, rehabilitation effect in the health and morale of people, and the post-traumatic stress disorders have been huge. Yes, we feel that we can do a difference, make a difference into the livelihood of our customers, and we are looking forward to the opening. We have opened a few centers, but it's not been very heartening. The business has not been very heartening, but everything, I always believe that tough people only last challenging this one, and I am quite used to it being an ex-army officer. We have seen lots of rigors, lots of operations in our lives, and we take it as another challenge, and we are definite and quite certain that we will surmount this challenge too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's been a fantastic opening here. And my first question, I'm going to shoot you some questions here, and all you have to do is answer them so that our viewers, whoever are seeing there now, later, they can benefit out of this video. So my question to you is, how did an ex-army officer become a managing director of restaurants and then the spas? What is the journey like? Can you just share your, in brief, what is the journey?
Surendra, it has been, it's not spa. We have always been associated with the beauty industry. We had our biotic beauty clinic in Chennai from 95 onwards. Oh. And at that time, there were hardly any large players in the beauty industry. However, when I decided to come settle down in Chennai and start another business, by then what had happened was the beauty business had been, actually there was a lot of major players that would come, like Naturals, Green Trend and others. And we found that, yes, the saloon industry had lost some relevance of its kind, in the sense it become an oversupply. And what best that we could think of And while on a visit abroad to Thailand and others, we said that spa could be a very good industry that we could get into, primarily because spa industry in India was highly disorganized. It was in a state of infancy, and always business is all about the right timing. And then that's how we thought that spa was the next thing that could happen. And today, in hindsight, I take it that it has been a very good decision because we have had a huge amount of recognition. We have a very, very strong customer base, and we have been able to make a difference in the health and wellness industry.
Very nice, sir. I think more than any other thing, it's all about getting started, and it's not about taking any right decisions, but making the decisions and making it right is more important. So you have taken some bold steps since being in an army has helped you a lot, I guess. So my next question to you is, what is the difference between pre-COVID spa and post-COVID spa we are going to look like? How is that's what is running in the minds of people. What is the spa which is going to look like post-COVID? So can you just share some brief on that?
Surinder, I would like to add one to my earlier statement is spa is a business of, every business has discipline, but spa is definitely a business of a huge amount of discipline, primarily from the therapist point of view. And you see, it's a little gray industry wherein a little you step on the other side of the line, it becomes black, and this side it is white. So here, as an army man, I took it upon myself to say that yes, I would crawl, but I would not like to, lose control of my spas. Today we have just gone franchising, and in our franchise model also, what we have done is we have said it is going to be the franchise-owned, company managed, primarily to keep control over the quality. Most importantly, the core character quality of my brand shall not be diluted in any way. Now coming on to the post-COVID situation, yes, spa has taken, it is like today, sadly, the COVID has brought in a no-touch syndrome into people. And spa primarily is a touch-based business.
True.
It helps you in rejuvenating, it helps you in the wellness, and it is a whole package by itself. It is just not like a haircut or something. It is a huge journey which you take along with us. So it is right from the time you step into the 90-minute therapy and you return. It is a huge package, and in which the touch therapy is the most important. So sadly, what happened is in COVID, it is a no-touch syndrome which is taken about. So what we have thought about is the most important thing is to get our customers. See, since we are the only spa, or maybe one of the few spas in India which has an in-house call center, our customer base is very, very strong, and we have customers. I have a customer who has spent about 7,92,000 in a spa in a year. I have more than about 100 customers who have had 100 visits and 150 visits in a year. So our customer base is strong, and primarily it is like we have a huge loyalty. The customer believes us, we believe our customer. So in this, what we have said is our customer shall get only the best and nothing but the best. And for him at this point of time, his health is paramount and is the most important part of his complete. It is his well-being that we have to look after. And for that, what we have done is we have gone about to ensure that we do not compromise on his health in any way. So this is one of the huge challenge that has come post-COVID. I would like to elaborate it maybe in your subsequent questions as to how we are going about it. I think you would be asking me in a while.
Very nice. In fact, coming out of this challenging situation, my next question is, I know amidst it's been completely locked down, and getting a positive feedback from you is really very, very nice to hear. My next question is, again, you said no touch and social distancing is something which has happened, and social distancing and spa, they are completely two extremes. So how are you going to manage that?
See, first of all, as I said, a spa therapy is a package. It's all about, actually, I wish I could step out into your house and make your journey from your house to coming here, very coming up to a spa, we could take control of it. But however, that's not possible. The first and foremost thing what we have done is in the spa industry vis-a-vis a saloon industry, the number of footfalls are very few. And since we have a call center, ours is all based on prior appointments. So primarily the customer is now, his appointment is fixed, a confirmation call is sent to him, and so therefore it is like slots have been reserved for. So in sense, okay, there are walk-ins, there would be walk-ins, but then what we will do is we will cater for, the most important thing that we're going to ensure is that our spa is safe to the customer in all ways. And the therapist, the most important, our business, the greatest asset on a spa business is a therapist. We are going to ensure that our therapist is perfect as far as her health is concerned. Every week she would be undergoing tests, and also if she is fit, we are worried about the customer. We would be actually checking his ambient temperature and everything, and also the same way he would also be given the leeway to check whether his therapist for the day is also safe. We have now gone about carrying out very, very thorough disinfecting in the spa. We have had a India is one of the best companies in India doing that the job for us. And this is going to be, it's not one of its kind, it is going to be a continuous process. It is going to be a continuous process. It's going to be more of within our own establishment, we would be doing it after every therapy. Payments we would try not to have any human touch as far as the payment is concerned. We would have our payments done electronically, and the payments as well as all feedbacks and all other relevant things, customer would be able to do it online. The holding time in the reception, we would try to bring it down to maybe 1 or 2 minutes just for the change of the footwear and putting on disposable footwear. And then every customer is assigned a particular room and a therapist. So what we are going to do is every room is going to be disinfected before the therapy starts. The therapist is going to have protective gears except for her hands and legs, which she would be extensively using. And we in Ananta, every therapy room has a wet area along with it. So no two customers need to share a wet area. And also what will happen is we would do on a rotational basis. The room would be used on a rotational basis. So there is a say earlier on when the business pre-COVID, it was like you had back-to-back appointments wherein you had 15 to 20 minutes wherein you cleaned up the place. Now what we will ensure is at least there is a 2-hour gap between each therapy in that particular room. Coming on to, we have some of our centers which has shared steam rooms. This is one area which bothers us. We will try as much as that no two customers shares that as such we do not permit. Nobody shares a steam room. And then after that, again, as far as the holding, the green tea and everything is done in the confines. Earlier on, it used to be done in the reception. There was a feedback system, but now what we will do is we will try to keep the customer, that is, he spends a very minimal time in the reception, and all his time is spent in the room, and from there, he literally walks out of the spa. That is what we have thought. So therefore, the customer's interaction is basically with one therapist. This is what we have thought about. As also our oils are all imported, very high level oils, so we don't need to share, like in a saloon we need to share a scissor or anything. Here there is nothing to be shared. We will have the oils based on the room. It will be room specific. So here in this case, the minimal social distancing is it is between one therapist and the customer. That is all that is possible. So I don't think there can be a better social distancing in this. Like it is like literally in a household, it is just 1-to-1, and no two customers would actually would interact with each other.
Very nice, sir. I think what you have shared is completely the experience of how you are going to treat your customers and the methods and the particular norms which you are being following. I think that's very, very crucial for every spa to be followed. And thanks for sharing the information. Of course, you have shared a lot of positive things, but still I'm going to ask you a question. What are the challenges you're currently facing or your industry is going to face immediately after you open the probably if everything comes back to the new normal? What are the challenges or immediate challenges which you're going to face? So if you can just share, it will be useful.
See, the challenge is, one of the most important thing is, we can't work in isolation. If the country and the world is going through with an economic distress, we are also going to be part of it. Yes, money spent. For coming to a spa, you have to earn the money. You have to have the money. And one thing which we have all to understand is, our business is not an essential business. It's based on it's more luxurious, relaxation or wellness. All that comes first is to survive, first is to live, and then only you get into all these particular modes. So therefore, yes, the world is going through with an economic distress, and we are a part of it. So getting back a customer is going to be challenging. The spread here, what happens is, a minimum therapy, it is going to cost you about 2,000 rupees. In COVID, everybody has somehow seemed to understand the value of money, including I would say 2,000 rupees is 2,000 rupees. It's a lot of money. So therefore, that is something which is going to be bothering us. The second thing that is going to be bothering us is the mindset of a person when social distancing is the relevance today. Is it safe? The first thing that is going to come into his mind is it safe to go to a spa?
Correct.
There, we stand to benefit a little better than the other because it's an unorganized industry too.
Yeah.
There are small time players, so maybe the customer would think, why not go into a professional spa which is run professionally, which is spending money on it? Yes, then he would, maybe I think we would tend to benefit. And the third thing that would bother us is high operational costs. It is now, whatever. See, every protective gear is going to cost us money. We are going to be losing. See, wherein earlier on we could take 30 customers in a day, today we may possibly think about, nobody has laid any embargo on us, but we would in ourselves, because we don't definitely want a bad name coming onto our brand, as also any of our customers suffering because of our carelessness or laxity. So therefore, we would bring down the number of customers, the footfalls, to 15. So obviously 50% of the business is lost. The fourth thing that is going to bother us is that the migrants, most of our therapists were from the northeastern states, whom we had spent money on training. And I have therapists who have been working with us for 10 years. So there was a huge loyalty factor. But unfortunately, in the last 2 months, you see, because there was no livelihood for them, and most of these girls and boys actually are, earning for their family in either in Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram. So when there was that, and when the opening of the trains had started, there are quite a few of them who have left for their hometown because they found that their personal, and Chennai, unfortunately, is one of the hot spots. So therefore, they were worried about their well-being as also the money flow. So they have all gone back, and then they are waiting for the scenario, the COVID scenario, to become normalized in Chennai, and they would all return back to us. But yes, in the interim period from now till when they return, there is going to be a crunch as far as the qualified therapists are concerned.
Good.
So these are some of the challenges that I would possibly take. And one small thing that bothers me is that the spa and the saloon are being put into the same bouquet, which isn't true. In a saloon, you would have maybe 100 footfalls, but in a spa, you don't have so many footfalls. And spa is totally, it's like comparing an apple and an orange. So that is something which bothers me.
Thanks for the honest feedback and sharing the information about the challenges. so openly. It's very nice of you. My next question is, it may sound completely different. Are we, can we expect some robotic spas coming up? I don't know whether it's relevant, but you can quickly share upon that.
How I wish. You see, I've been an army man, an infantarian to add on to it. For us, human beings were the most important things. But also, I would say human beings are the most unpredictable people also. I also would love to have robotic spas going on. But then, since I mentioned a little while ago, spa therapy is all about touch therapy. I'm waiting for the day when somebody would enjoy a therapy being done by a robo. It's not. It's a complete feeling. It's a complete environment and all about it. I don't think it is possible. It can happen. It can happen in a saloon maybe, but it cannot happen in a spa.
Yeah, so the way the world is moving forward, so I don't know if the artificial intelligence is going to take over the spa industry, but let's hope for it. And my coming to my last question to you, Pradeep sir, is can you share, we all know, since you said spa salons, there is a difference, and can you share some, there are lots of benefits. Can you share some few benefits for by doing the spa therapy, which will bring a lot of benefit for the health or wellness of the people?
See, as I mentioned a little while ago, that we are into the health and wellness. Our business is all about alternate sciences. There have been, you see, one thing which COVID has brought into us is, one is health, and second is a lot of stress and trauma. It could be, in the sense like there has been so many negative psychological responses which have happened. You're getting boxed into a house for 60 days is good enough, and especially with your wife, you can actually build in a lot of negative psychological responses. I mean, it's on the lighter side. Post traumatic stress disorders is one thing which has happened, which definitely would have happened because of isolation. We are social beings, and we are not actually made to be boxed into things. Then another thing which would bother is sleep disorders, and there is mood and anxieties, and these are not going to simply disappear. You see, what is going to happen is, these are major and serious concerns, and it is a today COVID is a fertile ground for all these anxieties, and there have been a lot of chronic stress and anxieties and depressions, and I can very proudly say that spa can cure most of it. We do not claim to cure you of any mental, that is medical disorders, but definitely we are actually an alternate science as far as your health and wellness is concerned. And most importantly, we can bring in a huge change in your well-being. Like a Thai therapy is something, it's called the lazy man's yoga. In yoga, you do it with your body. In a Thai therapy, the therapist does it with your body. It's passive yoga. So it brings in a lot of wellness. And then, most importantly, our organic therapies are all about relaxation. And what way you require is a lot of relaxation. You have to get back. You have to get to work. You have to, shed away all your anxieties and everything and get back. Renew yourself. And spa therapy renews you, rejuvenates you. And that is something which we very proudly boast about in Ananta. And that is why we have these repeat customers. You have a tough day in the office, you come back, you have a therapy, you rejuvenate yourself, and you're as good as new the next day. I have had a customer, a very, very senior person, with whom I could possibly not name. He has been cured of mental disorders. His psychiatrist said to him that, yes, whatever I could do, I have done. Now, why don't you try going for spa therapies? And the gentleman is today 100% cured. So definitely, I feel that's a great strength in the business, and we can do a lot to bring in betterment into the quality of life of the people.
Very rightly said, and thank you so much, Pradeep sir, for your time, for your effort. I'm sure all the viewers who are watching this video will accept the fact that spas are something which will relieve your stress and rejuvenates us, our body, our mind, our health, everything, and for our health and wellness. spas are very must on a periodic basis. So please visit Ananta Spa, a group of spas. They will take care of you in a much, much better way to come out of your various traumatic conditions, or psychologically and physically. You can be fit and you can be healthy and happy. And thank you so much once again, Pradeep sir, for sharing your valuable information, taking out your time. And I'm sure, including myself, everyone who are watching this video will benefit a lot from this of our talk series. Uh, Thank each and every one of you who have been watching our videos regularly. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And definitely, we will come back to you with another video which can be more useful to you, along with your entrepreneur dialogue series. Pradeep sir, you'd like to say something?
Yes, I would like to finally add and say that we were due to come in with 8 more branches in the month of April. Unfortunately, COVID came in, but you be rest assured that we would definitely be there to give you the best of spa services and the best experiences possible. And we wish that each one of you comes out of this, you and your families come out of this healthy, stay safe, and if at all you wish to go to a spa, choose a spa which ensures your safety and does not compromise on your well-being. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Surinder, for giving me this opportunity. And I feel that yes, spa can make a difference in the coming days. And we look forward to each one of you visiting us. Thank you very much.
Thank you all once again. Thank you for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe to your loved ones. And we shall come back to you with Entrepreneurship Dialogues, a talk series with entrepreneurs soon again. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much.